Welcome to rituals and ash. The wind has carried the ashes far enough. Now it is time to rest by the water. Water does not burn, nor does it hold. It remembers. In its stillness, everything finds reflection. It is the mirror where all forms return to silence, and all silence learns to breathe again. Take a breath. Let it rise and fall like the tide inside your chest. This is how remembrance moves, not as fire, not as wind, but as flow, gentle, endless, whole. Once, there was a woman who had forgotten how to cry. Her grief had turned to stone inside her ribs. One night, she sat beside a small bowl of water, and for the first time saw her reflection tremble. A single tear fell, and the stone began to soften. To weep is not to weaken. It is the body's way of returning to the river. Tears are the prayers of matter, each drop carrying the memory of love. In the teaching of the Buddha, water is the nature of compassion, karuna. It flows where there is suffering, without judgment, without hesitation. When the heart becomes water, it no longer asks, "Why me?" It simply moves toward what needs healing. We listen to water as our teacher, not by using it, but by understanding its wisdom. How something fluid can become form without losing its softness. In our hands, even the science of matter learns the art of mercy. To create is not to conquer nature, but to cooperate with its rhythm. To heal is not to erase pain, but to allow it to dissolve. Look closely. Every droplet reflects a small eternity. What you call loss is not gone. It has only changed its way of moving, like rain that leaves the sky, only to return as mist. Grief, too, finds its way back into the air as tenderness. We are 70% water, 70% memory, 70% returning home. When we drink, we remember. When we cry, we release. When we float, we surrender. In the stillness of the pond, a leaf falls, and circles spread outward. Each circle touches another, until the whole surface shivers with connection. So too are we, ripples in the same vast sea of being, not separate, not alone, just movement becoming meaning. To love deeply is to accept impermanence, for water never stays, and yet it never disappears. It teaches us that compassion is continuity, the movement that carries what once was into what still can be. Close your eyes. Feel your breath become waves. Let the salt within your body speak to the salt of the sea. All that you've lost, all that you've held too tightly, let them flow back into motion. Water forgives everything by remembering everything. It holds no anger, no possession. It cleanses by returning all things to their rightful places in the cycle of becoming. This is the teaching of impermanence, not the end of form, but the renewal of flow. From ashes to air, from air to water. The path of release becomes the river of compassion. When the fire has taught us transformation, and the wind has taught us release, the water now teaches us mercy. To be gentle is not to be weak. To be fluid is not to be lost. To move with life. That is the true strength of the awakened heart. So let your heart flow as rivers flow to the sea, not to vanish, but to become part of everything. From grief to grace, from salt to sea, from stillness to peace. Salt and charcoal meet as opposites that learn to forgive. What cleanses the body also softens the heart. Reclaim the future. Reclaim the soul. From water, love remembers how to heal.